and book finesse. Mix 'em up, that's your best. This is the best show. Guiding your souls to grow. Helping you find your flow.
Hey, what's up and what's going on? And welcome back to the Best Bet Show. I'm your host, Best Bet Dan, and I have a show for you today. Now, I'm really excited about what we got. And man, it's been a really awesome week getting some stuff done. Was in Ohio yesterday and spoke to a cheerleading team of Euclid, Ohio. So I spoke to the team at Euclid. I spoke to the Euclid, Ohio cheerleading team, but I spoke to them at Hiram College because they went there because they do some tumbling practice with Coach Lorenzo Araujo, who is the head stunt coach at Hiram College. So Coach Zoe is what they call him. He was the one who actually set this all up. So shout out to Coach Zoe for having me out there. We had a really awesome time. If you want to see some of the video highlights from that trip and from that speaking engagement, make sure you check out YouTube, which, by the way, if you are not already, not on YouTube, on Instagram, make sure that you guys are following me on all platforms. I made it easy for you. I am Best Bet Dan everywhere. So Best Bet Dan everywhere. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and do make sure to share the podcast with a friend, and make sure to leave a comment. I want to know your thoughts. Want to know what you think about the show. That is super important for me as I move forward, not only just for growth, but also to know what you guys like and what you don't like. So let me know for sure. And then, per usual, I gotta do my thing. Go get the book. Go get the book. Get More from the Game. It is on Amazon. Go get your copy. I'm really excited about this work, and I've got a game plan this year to sell 1 million books. As a matter of fact, I'm going to throw this out there. If you are a sports parent who enjoys making content, you post more than you should on social media. Maybe your friends make fun of you for posting so much. But if you're that parent, please contact me. Get in touch with me through my DMs or Facebook, Instagram. It doesn't matter. I'm putting together a team in order to do this 1 million copies sold in a year. I can't do it on my own, so I'm putting a team together. But if that's something that interests you, definitely reach out, because I got a dream team that I am actually right now putting the pieces in place to get it going so we can rock out. All right, so let's get into the topic of the podcast. Let's get into the show. And it's a very simple topic today: mentorship versus coaching. What are they? Why are they different? And why you need both. Okay, so first and foremost, we're going to break down this, something that's often misunderstood. And again, that's mentorship versus coaching. So a lot of people lump these in together, but they are actually very different, but both play a huge role in growth, whether it's sports, business, or life. Like, it doesn't matter whether you're sports, you need mentors and you need coaches. You need mentors and coaches. They're often put together, but they are not the same. All right, so let's look at mentorship first. What exactly is mentorship? So mentorship is typically going to be a long-term relationship, right? So mentorship can literally span for decades. Mentorship is guidance based on experience. So someone has been there, done that, and they're guiding you based on their experience. Mentorship is typically unpaid, and it's more organic. Like, you kind of come up on your mentorships, and it's funny. Sometimes you can choose your mentors. Other times your mentors will choose you. Someone that maybe is in the company, maybe if it's sports, maybe it's an older player that was, an alumni of the school you're going to. They kind of see you and they see something in you and they say, hey, I'm gonna take you under my wing. Okay. Mentors share wisdom, insight, and life lessons, right? So mentorship is very fluid in how it and mentors are very fluid in how they engage with us. Typically very unstructured, and mentorship is necessary because it's funny. Mentorships are kind of relationships where you may not talk to a mentor for 2 or 3 months, but then when you do talk, you might talk for 3 or 4 hours because it's like that kind of relationship. And honestly, it's very much passion driven and relationship driven. And that's why, you can go for a long time without talking to a mentor. But finally, when you do catch up, it's like literally you can talk for so long and not even realize that you've been talking for 3 hours because, again, there's that passion and relationship. And there's just that, like, man, that what is it? It really is love. I would say it's love. It is like a love where, like, hey, we want to know what's going on in each other's lives. All right, so coaching. Let's talk about what coaching is. And I think for mentorship, I think a lot of us, we kind of organically go towards that and we have relationships like that because that's kind of how things work out. But coaching is different. Here's what coaching is. Coaching is structured and it's short term. Okay, so typically a coaching relationship is going to have it's finite, has a beginning and an end, right? So even for me, right, in my coaching program, Best Bet Skills Academy, I want to work with someone for 4 years tops. If they wanted to work with me longer, am I open to that? Absolutely, but 4 years. And in that time, we got to make some stuff happen. Coaching is goal-oriented and skill-focused. So in coaching, right, we're trying to get to a destination. It's not as fluid as mentorship, where mentorship is kind of just, we're going as things flow, but goal-oriented and skill-focused. Coaching is often paid and it's a professional relationship. Okay. And then coaching provides strategy, feedback, and accountability. So a coach, again, is all about results. A coach is not the person that is just like, oh, let's just talk for 3 hours. No, we got stuff to do. We got reps to get. We have film to watch. We have strategies to discuss. We have strategies to implement. We have strategies to practice. A coach is all about moving you from point A to point B, from B to C, and so on and so forth. Okay, so it's very important to understand that. A coach is not there to coddle you. That's not what a coach's job is. A coach is not there to talk about all the things in your life. A coach has a very specific purpose. They're there to work on either, one specific skill or a group of skills, whatever their expertise is. So I think even just kind of pausing there for a second. How many people, and please share this in the comments, how many people never really understood the differentiation? Did I say that word right? How many people just didn't know the difference between a mentor and a coach? If that's the first time that you heard something like that, drop something in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback or just your thoughts once you heard that. All right, so I kind of started doing this already, but we're going to talk about why they're different now. Okay, so perspective versus process. Okay, that's the first difference. Mentors help navigate life, right? So, mentors give perspective from their journey. I got ahead of myself. Mentors give perspective from their journey. Coaches help with process and execution. Okay, that's the compare and contrast. Big picture versus specific goals. Mentorship. I just want to say mentorship. Mentors help navigate life. Coaches help develop a specific skill or outcome. Mentorship is an emotional investment. Coaching is performance focused. So mentors may feel like family. Coaches keep it professional and results driven. Okay, so those are some key differentiators right there. I just feel like I'm saying that word wrong. So if I am, forgive me. I promise I'm not illiterate. But either way, again, I kind of talked about this earlier. Mentors are big on relationship. They're relationship driven. And often a match for a mentor is going to be someone that maybe you would have been their friend if you guys were at the same point in life or at the same age, right? And that coach is there to get you right. That's what we should say when we were coming up with that. Nah, that coach is going to get you right. That means they're going to get you in shape. They're going to get you the skills up to par to go out and dominate competition. A coach have end goals. Mentors don't really have end goals. Mentors, they're kind of like, hey, I'm watching you do your thing. You can come to me. I'll help you. I'll talk to you about, what specifically, I can help you with, or, I'll share with you how I handled a situation that was similar or the same situation. But it's really going to be born out of relationship where that coach is professional. And again, most of the times you're paying a coach. And so that coach, because they're getting paid, they want to create results, because ultimately as a business, right? Because coaching is typically going to be a business. As a business, they need you to tell other people. They need you, right? That's how coaches grow. That's how their businesses stay in business, is you have a great result because you went from A to B, B to C, and you've seen the progress in working with them. And so you'll recommend them to other people. Okay. And also too, coaches, typically they're quick hitters. So they're looking to get results. And again, maybe a 6 month coach, maybe a year coach, maybe 2, 3, or 4 years coach of coaching, versus mentors. Again, we talked about people having mentors for decades, 10, 20, 30 years, having the same mentor or multiple mentors over that period of time. All right. So that's why and how they're different, and why both are needed, different seasons, you need different needs. Mentorship is critical for long-term wisdom, and wisdom is application of knowledge, right? Like, remember that always. Wisdom is how good someone has applied or can apply knowledge. So someone can be knowledgeable and not necessarily be wise. Okay. Someone can be wise, but maybe they don't have the most book smarts, but they just, in the way they execute things, they get results in a way that maybe the by the book person wouldn't. But either way, mentorship is crucial for long-term wisdom. Coaching is key when working on immediate improvement, right? When you're like, hey, listen, I'll take Juan, for example. Juan is a student that I worked with in Best Bet Skills Academy. We started working together when he was right before he turned 21. Matter of fact, I think he turned 21 during our first year working together. At the time, he was making $16 an hour waiting tables or bar back in for a comedy club, right? So now he was just frustrated. Like, man, like I'm in college for a semester. I don't feel fulfilled. I'm out. I don't feel fulfilled. What are we doing, right? So we worked together over a span of a year and a half. He gets into sales, right? So sales is one of the things that I coach. His first year, he does 80 grand. He's excited about that, ecstatic, ready to go forward. This last year, 2024, he closed out over 6 figures. So we're still within 4 years of our process. We're still within the 4 years of us working together. And he literally has had a 180 degree turnaround where he went from, 20 hours a week, $16 an hour, to now being in a position where he goes on vacation pretty much once a month. Okay. So coaching it's about improvement. It's about getting results. And in our coaching relationship, he got results. Okay. The best players have both. I'm going to say that again. The best players and the best people in business, the best people in their careers, they have both. Example, top athletes have coaches for skill development, but also lean on mentors for life advice. And I think about all the people who talked about Kobe, right? Kobe was a mentor to many. Kobe was somebody who, they could go to, they could talk to. Kobe was, he had Michael Jordan as a mentor. Michael Jordan talked about how Kobe would text him 2, 3, 4 in the morning, right? So they were mentors, right? But then they also had their coaches. So, we know Phil Jackson was a great coach for both the Bulls and the Lakers, but then they have their performance coaches. So Kobe and Michael Jordan actually shared the same performance coach, a guy named Tim Grover, who wrote a really awesome book. It's a bestseller. It's called Relentless. You should check it out. But yeah, coaches are all about the goals. Coaches are all about, we got to make something happen. And I know specifically in sports, Michael Jordan, when he started working with Tim Grover, that is when his career turned the corner, because he wasn't lifting weights. But when he added weights into his workout regimen and he started to get strong, he was better able to handle the punishment of an 82-game NBA season, and the fact that the Detroit Pistons were really trying to kill him. So coaches are about the results. They're about developing skills. Okay. Avoiding pitfalls. Mentors keep you grounded. Coaches push you forward. So watch this. And I think I said that pretty plain, but a mentor is like, hey, we want to make sure that you're even keel. We want to make sure that you're progressing well and that you have like the stability and that the big picture, everything's okay. Where that coach is like, nah, we're going from, if you're a business coach, like for example, right? So Juan still has time to work with me. So if Juan says, hey, Dan, like coach, I did over $100,000 this year. But how can I double that for next year? How can 2025, how can I get, to 200,000? How can I double? So now we get back in the trenches. Now we have a specific goal that we're working on, is how we can double those numbers. Okay. So, short episode for today. I really wanted to get right to it. I really wanted to lock in and focus on those definitions, because I think that a lot of young people no one's really explained the difference of those two, right? So you have people that maybe should be more of a mentorship role, but you maybe are trying to put them in a coaching role. And maybe you have someone that is a coach that you're trying to put in a mentorship role, and you're having friction because you're trying to put the wrong people in the wrong roles. When if you have the right people in the right roles, that's when you're going to see the results you want. Right? That's when you're going to see like, wow, like, okay, this person over here, I was trying to have them like, talk about big picture and do life, but they're supposed to be my coach, and I need them to coach me. I don't need them to, share stories, because maybe life hasn't given them enough in that category to really see the big picture, but life has given them enough to say, hey, I can help you get this specific result. Okay. And even understanding that when you're looking for coaching, you're looking for results, it is normal to pay for coaching. And I think it's funny, like even in my field, in my industry, so I'm a coach for teenagers and young adults to develop high impact communication skills. And I think a lot of parents, and I think also even outside of parents, even like the students that I look to work with, they want to see me as a mentor, but I'm really a coach. That's my role. I'm all about results. Now, I do have people that I mentor. And again, that's something that, just like I said, I don't charge for mentoring kids. I don't, because that's just like, it's more kind of from 30,000 feet. I'm up here kind of looking down at, well, you may be flying at 10,000 right now. And I'm like, hey, here's how you get to 30,000, right? And I love relationships like that. But within my business, I'm a coach and I'm results oriented. And that's why I charge money. Because this isn't just something where I'm just doing it for the love of the game. I love what I do. Don't get me wrong. I don't say I love it. I really, really enjoy it. But I want a result too. Okay. So, at Best Bet Skills, okay. So this is what I do. See, I'm always repping the brand. I think I got Best Bet on in really every show. But at Best Bet Skills Academy, it's funny. Like in some ways, we bridge the gap between mentorship and coaching. But we're about skills. We're about real life skills and strategies to help young people win in careers, to help young people win in relationships and in business. That's what this is. It is strategies that will give you a head start, because at this point, if you're 17, most 17-year-olds, I would say 99.9% of 17-year-olds will not be learning what you're learning. So that puts you ahead of the curve, and now you can compete at a higher level and get better results. Okay. So I'm about to get out of here, but if you or someone that wants to level up, right? Like you're like, man, like you're between the ages of 15 and 24, 25. And you're like, yo, like, I think I like what he's talking about. And specifically, I'm all about communication. So sales, leadership, business skills, public speaking, networking, content creation. You got to apply to work with me today. You got to stop waiting. You got to tap in today, because what are you waiting for? You see what I'm saying? Like, you've waited long enough. Let's get things going. Let's work together. So reach out to me. You can go to my website. There's an application you can fill out. You can get in touch with me. Send me an email. But I would love to work with you. It's not just about getting better. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. Like, and that's what we're all about here. So that's it. We under 20 minutes for today's episode, but that's all I had to say. If you got value from this, If understanding the difference between a coach and a mentor has changed something for you, if a light bulb has gone on for you as you listen to this episode, please let me know in the comment section and share this with a friend. I believe that this short little message is something that every teenager and young adult can use, should use. So make sure you drop a review and let us know what you loved. But yo, I am Best Bet Dan, and I'm here to talk about the skills that will give you the best bet of creating the life of your dreams. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, I'm out. Peace.
Street smarts and book finesse. Mix 'em up, that's your best. This is the best.